Train Lover 1974 presents Oliver and Toad. The Islandosaur had been busy throughout the summer, no more so than Toad and Oliver. Oliver had to help out with a lot of the heavy goods along the line, so this meant he brought his faithful brakeman, Toad. However, though, Oliver sometimes doesn't often get along with Toad, mostly for other reasons. Are we almost there, Mr. Oliver? Almost, Toad. Mr. Oliver, I think we should slow down a bit. We are going a little bit fast. We'll be fine, Toad, don't worry. Mr. Oliver, if you would like to listen to my advice... No, Toad, we're good. But Mr. Oliver... Oliver often got annoyed with his brake van sometimes, mostly because he felt like the brake van didn't really... Well, it gave him so much, as he said, useless advice. One day, however, Douglas was waiting at the station for his passengers when Oliver pulled in with his freight train. Oh, hello there, Oliver. How are you today? Hot and bothered. What do you mean? I'm hot considering it's almost 90 degrees out, and I'm bothered because Toad does not stop complaining. Mr. Oliver, what do you mean? Toad is such a nice brake van, he would never annoy. He keeps annoying me with his advice, like going, Mr. Oliver this, Mr. Oliver that. I don't even know why he still calls me Mr. I don't know why he calls any of us Mr. He calls even Diesel Mr. Diesel. Even though he doesn't even deserve that title. He's just trying to be polite, Oliver. You can't always be mean to him, he's just trying to give you advice. I'd rather prefer if he didn't, and I swear, if I hear one more advice out of him, I might just snap. You better not, Oliver. Don't forget, he's not just your brake van, he's my brake van, too. He's just trying to be nice to you. Huh, that'll be the day. We should be going, Mr. Oliver. Goodbye, Mr. Douglas. Goodbye, Toad. I swear Oliver better not do something stupid. Later that night at the sheds, Oliver and Toad were in the shed when a workman walked up. Oliver, you'll have a goods train over there to take tomorrow. It'll be heavy, so you'll need Toad. Yes, sir. Alright, good. Have a good night, you two. Good night, Mr. God. So, Mr. Oliver, I have a good strategy for how we should take the goods train. No, Toad, I think I can handle it. But, Mr. Oliver, my advice will help. I said I'm good, Toad. But, Stop calling me Mister! What? You keep calling me Mister. I am not Mr. Oliver. I am Oliver. Oliver, the GWR tank engine. I swear, Toad, you're just so annoying. But, Mr. Oliver, I respect you. That's why I call you. I don't care, Toad. I don't care. That's all I ever hear from you. You just keep saying, Mr. Oliver this, Mr. Oliver that. I'm so sick of it, Toad. I'm sorry. It's just, Well, you thought wrong, Toad. You thought wrong. Well, you know what, Mr. Oliver? I try to be kind to you, but you're always so rude to me, too. You're always pushing me around. And also, you never take my advice seriously, and that often gets us into trouble. You know what, Toad? I'm done with you. Wait, what? I'm done with you. I don't need you anymore. There are plenty of other brake vans on this railway. You don't mean that, Mr. Oliver. I do, Toad. I really do. Sometimes I wish I'd never rescued you from scrap. You don't mean that. Yeah, well, maybe I do. And Oliver huffed away. Toad was in tears. But what Oliver didn't know, the Scottish twins were sleeping next to them, and they heard everything. I'm gonna kill him, Dougie, no. I'm gonna kill him. No one talks to Toad like that. He's such a kind engine. You mean brake van? Whatever. No one talks to our friend like that. They're going through a rough time, including also another thing. It is hot outside. He's hot and bothered. But no one talks to him like that. I know. Look, we'll just give it time, okay? But I'm not leaving him alone in that shed. No brake van or engine should be left alone. Have a good night, Donnie. You too, Dougie. Hi, Toad. Hello, Mr. Douglas. It's alright, Toad. I understand you. Why would Mr. Oliver say all those things? I try my best to be kind. But he's always so mean. I know, Toad. Look, everybody's been going through a hard time lately. It's hot, it's bothering, including also Oliver's going through the most work, especially since me and Douglas have had to help Duck with more of the passenger services. So that means you and him are on the only goods engines. It's just stressing him out. But I do think maybe you should tone it down with the advice, because Oliver does know what he's doing on occasions. I guess you're right, Mr. Douglas. Good. Have a good night, Toad. You too, Mr. Douglas. I then said to him, Gordon, the station is called Paddington. But no, he has the audacity to keep calling it King's Cross. You do know London was divided in multiple stations. There was even a name for the southern region. Well, I know that now, but I still hate Gordon for insulting me, basically, like that. I don't think... Huh? Oliver, what are you doing here? Oh, I just came for a rest. I'm sleeping here for tonight. I don't want to sleep on the Little Western. Alright then. Is something the matter, Oliver? I kind of snapped at Toad. You did what? You did what? Yeah, I kind of yelled at him, and I said something that I shouldn't have. What did you say? I shouldn't have rescued him from Scrap. Oliver, I cannot believe you. I thought you knew better, especially since considering you were rescued from Scrap yourself. How could you say that to him? Look, I was getting tired of the advice he was giving me, okay? It was getting annoying. Oh yeah, then. Well, is the advice I give annoying? What do you... Yes, I will admit this. Toad can sometimes be a little excessive with his advice, but he's only trying to be nice. Including his advice does work. Like for James, for instance. If James had listened to his advice, James would have never gotten Toad into that accident. I guess you're... And another thing! You were technically annoying. What? You were technically annoying talking about your stories about how you escaped from Scrap. We all know that story. So technically, you're acting like a huge hypocrite. I'm sorry. You shouldn't say sorry to me, Oliver. You should say sorry to Toad. Look, Oliver, I do understand where you're coming from. It's hot. It's bothering. You just need to take it easy with Toad, okay? I'll try to apologize to him tomorrow. Good. The next morning, Oliver woke up, and soon he prepared to go take his train. However, though, when he arrived at the docks, there was Douglas with Toad. Toad, what are you doing with Douglas? Well, Oliver, I'm going with Mr. Douglas today. Oliver was in shock. He had never heard Toad ever call him other than Mr. I figured you'd need a break from me for a while. Hey, so I'm taking him. As Douglas puffed away, he whispered, You should be ashamed of yourself. Come on, Toad. Let's go have a fun day. So Tom Hats let me and you have a day off. Hooray! Oliver felt awful. He had never meant to hurt Toad's feelings that bad, but he then recapped about what he did last night. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Why did I say all that? That's not me at all. Saying they shouldn't have rescued him? What kind of horrible engine would say that? The trucks, who had also heard what Oliver had said, were enraged. Who's this engine the boss around Toad? Toad is such a good brake van. Let's teach him a lesson. And Oliver soon puffed away with his heavy cars. On his way down the line, he kept thinking about how he could apologize to Toad. But he was heading for trouble. As he climbed the hill, the trucks began their old tricks. Hold back! Hold back! Enough, you lot! It's so hot. On! Oh! Okay, Toad, what would you like to do today? I'd like to... Help! Wait, what? Help! They're pushing me! They're pushing me! Mr. Oliver! Holy Christ! Mr. Douglas, we must hurry! Get to the junction! Oh, right! Help! Douglas raced ahead of Oliver and pulled onto the main line. Alright, but what's this going to do, Toad? Put me on the main line. I'll stop Oliver. Oh, alright then. Douglas quickly switched back onto the other line as to prevent from causing an accident. Oh! This is going to hurt. Toad! Toad? Hold on, Mr. Oliver! Yeah! Toad applied his brakes with every ounce of iron in his steel, or whatever it meant. But he wouldn't get stop him in time. Mr. Oliver! Toad! Ow. Toad! Toad! Are you alright? Oh, I think so, Mr. Oliver. Oh, Toad! Toad! Oh, no. Hang on, I'll go get Rocky. You stay here. That's all I can do, Mr. Douglas. Toad. Yes, Oliver. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said all those things to you. You are such a good brake van, and I guess with just all this heat and that, I just got really upset. And it's just when you kept saying all this advice that I already knew, I just got really upset. But you are an amazing friend, Toad. You're one of my best friends. And I'm so sorry I ever said all that stuff to you. And I'm sorry I kept giving you so much advice. I was just trying to be a good brake van. Toad, you're an amazing brake van. What do you say, Toad? You want to be friends again? Or, if you don't, I understand. Of course we can be friends again, Mr. Oliver. Okay, it seems you both have finally fixed your problems. But I brought Rocky.
Don't worry, Toad. We'll get you back on the rails before you know it. Just give me a moment.
Soon, Rocky had lifted Toad back onto the rails.
Alright, now that's done with. You can take me back to the sheds, Miss Douglas.
Okay, I just brought you here.
Please, it's hot.
Of course, I'm always the one that has to do the work, despite the fact I helped out so much. You know what? Come on, Toad. Let's get you to the works. Alright, Mr. Oliver. And from that day forth, Oliver and Toad have remained best friends ever since. But maybe they're more than friends. But that's a story for another day.